Go ahead.
Yeah, she want to do it now. Like loud?
Now recording.
All right, move, come on.
Then say your name.
All right, yeah. How you doing? My name is Alton Smith. I'm number 2 from the fall 2010 round. My line name is Iron Man. Obvious reasons. Private Cinema Tournament Incorporated was founded Friday, January 9th, 1914. The Nelson Line chapter here at Florida State. We were founded Friday, December 7th, 1979. Charter founded again on December 19th.
Okay, so how is it like to be a frat boy?
It's a lot of perks to it. It's also a lot of responsibility. We party and all that, but most of the time we have community service early the next morning, and so you really have to manage your time well, otherwise you'll get lost in it.
Okay, do you guys think that other chapters act like they're better than other people?
Like other fraternities?
Yeah. Or sororities?
I would say it's kind of just like...
I feel like it's people trying to live up to the stereotypes that their fraternity has to offer.
Basically, just to add the way he said, it is like, it just depends on the person. Some people try to live up to the stereotype. Other people, they're just real about it. They realize that that's all it is. It's just a stereotype that we're all not necessarily, what our fraternity is. Like, we're all individuals and we have our own personalities. So.
I would say it's kind of like race. Sometimes you got some black people looking down on white people looking down on white people, black people. Chinese people, mess with such and such and such. It's kind of like that. Then sometimes you run into like other people that really mess with all types of race. So it's kind of just like that. If that makes sense.
It does. What was you guys' reasons for joining a fraternity?
Basically, the main thing that attracted me to Phi Beta Sigma was the brotherhood. Definitely the brotherhood. When I first came to Florida State, I was a freshman. I didn't know anybody. So it was like kind of scary for me. Being at a big, public institution or whatever. But I met a few Sigmas and I became real close to them. And at the time, I didn't know anything about Sigmas, anything about black fraternities, and nothing like that. But I just knew that these guys were cool, and I knew that they genuinely had my back. So, I communicated with them, and in doing so, that's how I eventually learned about Phi Beta Sigma, and that's what drew me into the organization.
I would say one thing that drew me to Sigma is because I feel like they came from the same places I did, trying to go to the same places that I'm trying to go. When I say that, I mean I came from inner city Jacksonville, Florida. It was pretty hard growing up, and a lot of people in Nelson was also the same way. We surpassed our surroundings and came and graduated Florida State. Now I have proof to a doctors and lawyers and everything else. And I really look up to them as just human beings in general. I also feel like when they spoke to me, like a lot of fraternities, they speak to people and never just trying to recruit them. And it was like it was Sigma saw me as a young black man and they joined me to succeed, whether I want to join a fraternity or not. There's been a lot of cases where people have expressed that they wanted to be a Sigma, they stopped trying to do that and went to other fraternities, and we still show the same love because there's no hatred between that. Just we all black men, we're trying to better ourselves and go try to be something better than what we're raising.
For me, it was service didn't stop with community service. They extended beyond if it was at a party or anything, people that need a ride, people that needed a ride. Like a Sigma would be like, yo, I got you. We didn't even have to know you. So I just started helping hand. With the helping hand, I really got me there.
So is it possible to have a relationship while you're in Greek life?
You got questions though.
I guess I'll start it off. It is possible. It's very difficult, and I think the main thing is that you just gotta find somebody that's kind of similar to you, that's kind of dealing with the same things. Now, I know a lot of people say that when you're Greek, you only in relationships with other Greeks. That's not true. I think that a lot of Greeks do that just because there's an understanding. Certain issues you don't spend enough time with me, those are issues that you wouldn't really have to worry about because they understand the girl, it being in a sorority, she has managed her time, she's doing 100 different things just like you are in a fraternity. So I think that's really the only difference. Girls who aren't Greek, they may have an issue with time, spending time and stuff like that. But if you can surpass that, you can be in a relationship with anybody.
I want to add on to what he was saying. Another thing that you have to be conscious of, like a lot of people say that you get like you attract a lot of women when you're in a fraternity. I mean, which is semi-true, but it's more of the fact that you're on a pedestal, like not a pedestal, but you're constantly being seen. So you have to have a mature enough female as where she can deal with the headed females and all the other kind of things. So your relationship can last.
Okay, so the stereotype that frat boys are dogs is true or is not true?
Wait, dogs like bad,
Like whores, like dogs.
like bad, like sluts. Oh, no, that's not true. Of course, it depends on the moral fabric of the person who you put in a fraternity. If you get in a fraternity, there's gonna be more female attraction to you. You have to have enough control. Yeah, you have to have enough, moral stature and to know. Like you can't mess with every female that comes your way. Like there's a such thing as turning vagina down. So I'm sorry to be so cruel, but it is such thing as turning vagina down. You just have to have enough more fortitude in order to withstand all the vices that are being thrown at you.
I just want to add to that. It's not really. If you ask me, I don't really think it's like a Greek thing. Honestly, it just comes down to the male. Like everybody's different. Like you could be Greek or not Greek, and you know if you like having sex with multiple girls, you're gonna have sex with multiple girls. Like it doesn't mean if you necessarily become, you get into a fraternity, all of a sudden you change. You go from a guy that really has sex and now you wanna have sex. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, like really, like becoming Greek really has nothing to do with that. I will say that maybe some guys like when they join a fraternity, they feel like they have to do that. They have to like somehow have sex with a lot of girls.
Another thing I noticed, like if you was lame before you was Greek, this
is true.
If you was lame before you was Greek and you become Greek, you get a lot of female attention. They get big-headed, and now they feel like they have to have sex with multiple women in order to build themselves up.
If you was been getting before you went Greek,
I'm saying
you're
like
still gonna get it the same way.
and that's what I'm saying. Like if you a cool guy and you get a lot of vagina before you're Greek, becoming Greek is not gonna be that much of a big deal to you because you were already getting a lot of female attention. If you were lame like before and then you pledged, and now you like getting female attention,
You're not just gonna become a cool guy.
Greek just amplifies your exposure. That's all it does.
it magnifies who you are. It doesn't change you.
It gives you an opportunity to network more with other organizations, different people.
I mean, it's kind of the same similar way to network with females. It gives you more exposure to meet more females, so therefore your chances of having sex is a slight bit more. But if you don't have game to begin with, it's not going to be that much of a difference.
Do you guys think that the MPHC is undervalued or not as valued as the Panhellenic?
That's a good question. You mean as far as Florida State?
Yeah, like does Florida State value us as much as they value?
I feel like the MPHC, we have to jump through more holes in order to get more programs through. Like a lot of things that we have to do. I'm sorry.
Can you hold it? Right, keep going.
It's a lot of things it's a lot of loopholes we have to jump through in order to do our regular our annual programs that we have to do. And I feel like but it outside the Atlantic organization, there are a lot